So yeah, I mean, for a long time we just carved watermelons, but our parents would get kind of upset because not only did it attract bees, but we didn't necessarily take kind care of the red part inside. But I'll tell you one thing about these pumpkin guts. Everybody says, oh, pumpkin seeds, pumpkin seeds. Like, I'm not much for pumpkin seeds. I'm all for alternative means of making money. So I found out there was this one old lady making pumpkin soup. And I went over and I said, hey, do you need a guy to get you some pumpkin innards? And she's like, yeah, just not you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? We've been family for as long as I can remember, Grandma. Why don't you want me to get this pumpkin innards for you? So then the next thing I know, she's got me in the backyard picking up peaches off the ground. I say, what are we doing with these? She goes, I got a pretty good idea. Why don't you stick them in the...
What are you talking about? This has nothing to do with Halloween.
Have you, wait a minute, Halloween? What happened to the calendar that was hanging up in the bathroom?
It says Halloween's next week.
Oh, is that what that circle? Oh, I was talking about something completely different. You feel like pouring out a pumpkin and doing another one of our famous ReDrews?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little jack-o'-lantern action? Alright, well, I'm still going to finish that story. So then my grandpa walks out and he said, let's do this.
Can Murph do this? 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 Can Murph do this?
A lot can happen in 2 minutes, and that's my preferred duration when you're not going for a count. See, you can go for who can eat 10 or who can do this in this amount of time. But I think with a pumpkin being an artistic thing, it requires a little bit more get up and go. So I think we're going to take 3 minutes. We're going to decorate these pumpkins about as best we can. We got our guts here for who knows what. Got all these nice accoutrements from our 20-piece family carving kit. And this doesn't look like 20 pieces to me. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So unless they're counting all these stencils as their own pieces, because there are stencils in here and we're not going to use them. Maybe we'll use them later on down the road. Ooh, what is that?
Oh, is that a live tree?
It's a live tree. Okay, what else is in here? See what else to find, folks.
There's a cat and
Oh, there's a cat and a pumpkin.
a skull.
Oh yeah, one of those sugar skulls.
A mummy.
Here's an owl. Yeah, so that'll be good for later, but we're just going to use the tools. And it looks like one of those tools or two of those tools are a pen. But are you pretty good at freestyling and cutting away, or do you need to draw something first?
No, I just don't know.
Oh, okay. All right, well, the knives are here. The clock is set. And we're going to ReDrew one of our famous challenges. Jack-o'-lantern challenge. There's no belt on the line, as this is an actual challenge, not a eating challenge. Those belts are strictly for getting down on some nasty food. All right, well, 3 minutes on the clock, and when we're ready, we'll start rocking and rolling. Do we have the timer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll put you on 3, 2, 1.
All right. We're gonna talk people through my goal here. We got these pumpkins pretty well poured out, and I wish, it's times like this, I wish I had an oven and not a microwave, because I would eat those pumpkin seeds. I would eat them so hard. But let's see here. It's kind of interesting to get the pumpkin pieces out. I'm a fan of just pushing them back into the pumpkin, but that can get kind of tricky. Oh man. I remember the first pumpkin I ever carved. I wanted it to look like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. And instead it just looked like the mutated kid down the street, Alvin. Because I didn't know how to use a knife too well. And it just looked like it had bad acne. And I'm not talking about good acne, like backne, but bad acne. And most faces have a couple of eyes, a nose, a mouth. And I'm hoping to achieve that with this pumpkin too. I'm not going to say they're going to be the best looking eyes and nose and mouth, but they will be on there. And I'll show you later who was my inspiration. Funny thing about Wi-Fi is it comes up and shows you Wi-Fi availability. And I don't know what that has to do with pumpkins, because wireless fidelity doesn't have much to do with a pumpkin. But it has something to do with an apple. I have a track phone. Looking at about 1 minute left. And I like these because they're safe. Used to be people would carve pumpkins with things like this, and the trips to the emergency room would be out of hand. I think these are going to go right out on our porch, and luckily we're on a higher level, so if anybody wants to throw them in the road, they better have spidey senses or a good ladder. About 22 seconds left. When you love somebody, hold them in your heart. Yeah, boy, when you love somebody, ooh, yeah, boy. All right, good to go. And there was a whole lot of carving going on. And here is my jack-o'-lantern. As you can see, he has a pointy, jaunty little hat and a mask. And who might that remind us of? Drew, go ahead and explain your pumpkin.
Okay, so I put my Jason mask on because he likes to kill people.
Oh, is that
But
one?
under, it's just a normal pumpkin.
Oh, that kind of looks like Jason from the movies. If you've seen any of our previous videos, you might know who my pumpkin's modeled after. A happy little monkey by the name of Monk Monk. Oh, Monk Monk, don't get that goo on your feet. He's gonna need a bath after that. So, I think these pumpkins both look pretty great. And if you look under my mask, you'll see that it's not just a fruitless venture. But I know when I've been beaten, and I'm a fair man, so let's just say this year's finest jack-o'-lantern goes to your Jason one. Here, move his mask. That is a pink ribbon participant. That says number 1, right? What does it say? Oh, it says birthday girl. Well, I guess that pumpkin can celebrate a birthday too. And a death day! It's always a lot of fun carving pumpkins with you, Drew.
You do.
Are you going to pour some milk on this and have it for breakfast?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
alright.
it like Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh, yeah, you got to get your vitamin B, right? Yeah, good stuff. Well, we'll hold on to this kit in case we want to carve any apples or carve watermelons. Did I ever tell you the story about I used to carve watermelons?
Yeah.
Oh, I did? Okay, I'll stop right there. Well, until next time, you have a wide variety of videos to watch. Don't forget old Mr. Munklesworth and me had stubborn soda popping off last week. So check that out. Share, like, subscribe. You may see Drew come by with some stickers. Wave them down and say, hey, I want a sticker. He's got plenty of them. And next week is probably the greatest week of the year. Do you know what that is?
Halloween.
Halloween! We're going to have lots of candy. We're going to wear some costumes. It'll be well decorated in here with all things scary and festive. So until next time, these are our pumpkins. I'm Murph. He's Drew. And we will see you next time we
Drew this.